Hi everyone, Cameron with Growers Network, and this is part of our Marijuana Industry Insights series where we go over some of the topics, trends, and technologies that are shaping the business aspect of the cannabis industry today. So today I want to talk to you about cogeneration. Cogeneration is the creation of electricity at your cannabis cultivation facility. Cogeneration is a system where instead of plugging into the electrical grid, you are plugging into a gas line, and from that gas line you are firing micro turbine, which is creating electricity. What makes this so interesting and compelling is that these micro turbines are able to not only create electricity from you, but you are also able to harness the waste products of that electrical creation. So one of the biggest challenges for the cannabis industry is the amount of electrical consumption that is required for a facility to produce. Most organizations are going to be faced with the challenge of having to do an electrical service upgrade. Many of these industrial spaces are coming with only 2,000 amps, and for the size and scope of these facilities, we're needing a minimum of 4,000 amps to light the number of lights and do the number of things that we want to do. Many municipalities, notably in California, are quoting timelines of roughly 18 months for an electrical service upgrade. We need to think about the cost associated with not being operational for 18 months. What cogeneration does is it allows us to get operational within 2 months' time. They do this by, number one, tapping into gas as opposed to electric, and then it harnesses the waste products of the electrical creation process and pipes them back into the overall facility. Once we've got our hot water, we can run it through a condenser coil. Once we run it through the condenser coil, we get hot air, cold air, and dehumidification. And the output of all of that is CO2, which we get to pump back into our greenhouse. Unlike most conventional electricity, which we get from the grid, which is running at about 30% efficiency, we're up to about 90% efficiency with a cogeneration system. As you may know, the electrical infrastructure in America is faulty at best. In places like California, you're susceptible to rolling blackouts in the summertime, which are going to cause havoc in your grow, not just from your lights being off, but also from your HVAC being off. Other states are limiting the amount of wattage that you can pull per square foot. Because of these constraints, and because cannabis is a likely target for additional regulations, cogeneration is one way to remove this externality from your operation and make your future growth more likely.